Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to determine our nominee for the office of Vice President of the United States, Senator JD Vance.
Well. Hi guys, welcome back. We have another special episode. The RNC, the Republican National Convention, has begun and it has kicked off with the announcement of JD Vance, not a 90s pop band, as Trump's VP, a position, Luigi, that will hitherto be known as Trump's right ear.
No. Yeah, so
yes,
hello.
folks, we'll continue with the ear jokes.
We are doing ear jokes today. Yeah. An episode marked by ear jokes. We are the only ones, by the way. Nobody else has dared to cross into that realm, but we are going to do this.
Well, we found our niche. But before we get to Vance, Luigi, we already have it. The Donald's first appearance since his assassination attempt at the RNC. Look at him.
Missing a chunk of his ear.
Look at him, Luigi. Ready. Just like the great WWE warriors before him.
They say, George, that love is blind. I say democracy is deaf.
They took my ear, but they will never take my McNuggets.
I've got more.
Oh, yeah, please.
What do you call a one-eared Trump?
What?
Donald Van Gogh.
Donald Van Trump. Apparently, his upcoming speech is going to be all about unity, Luigi. Apparently, he's changed it.
I saw. And look, it's not a bad shout at this point. I mean, okay, away from the ear jokes.
But I mean,
dude,
isn't he responsible kind of for most of the disunity? I mean, in a way, yeah, he's the symptom, not the cause. But I mean, he's definitely stoked rhetoric, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Nobody's disagreeing with that. But now he can play the victim.
Yes,
now he can be like, oh my God, and this violence, unprecedented. and you know what the funniest part about all of this? Like, all he has to do now is wait it out until the election. Like, the stars have aligned. He's against one of the weakest sitting presidents in modern history, and he just survived an assassination attempt, which makes him look badass. It hasn't shown in opinion. It hasn't shown in
not yet.
Polls yet.
But I mean, how many have they done? We're talking about it happened the day before yesterday. I mean, give it a little bit, folks.
There hasn't been enough time for the opinion polls to come out, but if you go back to Ronald Reagan, when he got shot, he went up 20 percentage points.
I read, Luigi. Apparently, that sort of fell down afterwards, but he still won the fucking election afterwards. So it counts.
But okay, look at it from this point of view, right? For Joe Biden to have made a comeback before Trump was almost assassinated, Joe Biden would have had to pull one of the greatest political comebacks ever. And we're talking about an 82-year-old man.
You're talking about after he got exposed for his slight senility levels. But before Trump got assassinated, it was already looking grim 100%. And it looks very, very, very fucking grim for Biden now.
But just by looking at the polls, Trump was only ahead by a couple of percentage points nationwide. But as we both know, the election is not going to be decided nationwide. It's going to be decided in 5 battleground states, right? And in those 5 battleground states, Trump is leading significantly by 4 or 5 percentage points, which is outside of the margin of error. And he's also going to get another boost from the assassination. So it's really looking grim. I'm not saying impossible. Nothing is impossible.
Look, people, he will heal our divisions like Jesus Christ before him. He will rise above. Should we go to the issue, though, Luigi? I'm taking your points about Biden. Do you want to finish up on this?
So why did Trump go to the gym?
Yeah, why did Trump go to the gym?
To stay in irresistible shape.
Oh my God, we've really regret, but we promised the jokes and we deliver, folks. We deliver. You have another one?
Last one for now.
Nice. For
Why
now,
did Trump?
folks.
Why did Trump get married 3 times?
Why?
To improve his listening skills.
Did you write those?
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing comedy.
You should. Well, I mean, we're doing
I
it.
mean, we are, yeah, that's what we are doing.
Excellent, Joe. So let's go though to Vance, their IDR.
My
He was
favorite year.
our favorite year, our favorite idea. He was a venture capitalist. Oh, and he did call Trump Hitler, but I mean, who hasn't called Trump Hitler? Let bygones be bygones. I mean, yeah, he was anti-Trump. Now he's pro-Trump. The man clearly has no principles. All he cares about is his pursuit of power. Great start.
Wait. So the guy also wrote a book, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna get through it, Luigi.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
get through it.
okay.
It's just we have to know that he did criticize Trump, but he has no principles. Now he's super pro-Trump. Worked as a venture capitalist. He won his Senate seat in Ohio 18 months ago, when he was more than backed with $10 million in support from known dipshit Peter Thiel, tech mogul. What you mentioned, Luigi, we're going to get to Peter as well. What you mentioned, first rose to fame in 2016 following the publication of Hillbilly Elegy, which detailed his upbringing in southwestern Ohio and his later accession to Yale Law School. By the way, for the longest time, I thought it was Hillbilly Eulogy. It's Elegy, which is a poem of serious reflection, typically a lament for the dead. Ooh, artsy fartsy,
Wow.
Luigi.
And by
Very
the way,
artsy
the
fartsy.
guy is also very young, right?
39
years old. Ex-marine, venture
He was a marine,
capitalist.
venture capitalist.
He ticks all of the boxes, is what I'm saying. Like, for you to be a US senator and an ex-marine and a venture capitalist before the age of 40.
And writing an artsy fartsy book.
Yeah, and then that as well.
It became a bestseller. And a movie. And a bestseller.
Wow.
It came out when Trump got elected and they sort of took it. Now, full disclosure, I haven't read it. Look, folks, I've read the Ayn Rand books. I think I've got a lifetime pass on right-wing bullshit. I mean, I don't even know if it's right-wing literature, to be honest with you. 100% this book. I mean, what it is, it details his upbringing in southwestern Ohio. So I don't even know about that. I can't comment on the book. But yes, what you said, Luigi, he came out in this 2016 presidential election, and Vance's account of his family's experiences with poverty and drug addiction came to be viewed by some critics as a revealing portrait into the lives of Americans who helped determine the outcome of the election. It was a bestseller. But we haven't read that, so we can't comment on that. Following that, though, what do we have on him? I mean, any other background, venture capitalist supported by Peter Thiel? On his policies, super anti-abortion, super anti-Ukraine. He voted against the supplemental aid package of more than $60 billion to Ukraine, and who has declared his opposition to virtually any proposal for the US to continue funding the war.
I mean, he's basically like the Trump poster boy. He literally took every Trump policy and he's like, I love this.
Ran with it all the way to the bank.
And I mean, abolish your morals along the way, because 8 years ago you used to compare Trump with Hitler.
I mean, you're right.
Who has exalted their morals along the way?
I was going to say, at least it's not Vivek Raman, at least it's not the Pastrami. And what else have we got? He introduced a bill that would make English the official language of the US. Great stuff. I mean, a titan of intellectual thought, obviously. He has said that if he had been vice president on the 6th of January, he would have done as Trump and his supporters demanded and blocked the certification. Excellent. As Luigi said, he ran with it.
that, like being willing to certify that an election was stolen when it wasn't, that is like a prerequisite for becoming Trump's vice president. Like he was never, now, of course, in the second, after the first guy didn't do it.
After Mike betrayed us, he betrayed us, not me, us.
You know what's really weird about Trump? Like,
Yeah.
okay, so Vance used to be like a never Trumper, and then he flipped around. Trump is super cool with that, but the opposite. Like, if you were close to Trump, but he feels you betrayed him, he's gonna be the most vengeful person in the world. But if you were against him, and then you flipped.
Then I'm the center of the universe. He saw the light.
I've got exactly like God and Spider-Man. Trump only gives you one chance. You get one chance. That's it. If he embraces you and you pull away, you get no more chances. You want anything on Peter Thiel? I mentioned him. Big deep shit. He's the actual co-founder of PayPal. There's a lot of shit going around that fucking Elon wrote the fucking algorithm. Peter Thiel is the actual co-founder. He just allowed his friend Elon to cash in on that. But he's the one. He has made statements like, I no longer believe that freedom and democracy are compatible. He's also stated he believes that an individual's worth is basically his net worth, Luigi.
Excellent. I mean, look, he is a known dipshit. He's like the poster child for the venture capital bro that got into tech early and basically made a fortune. Sometimes some would argue almost by accident, just by being at the right place at the right time. But yeah, who cares about Peter Thiel is the larger point.
He donates a lot, unfortunately, very into politics. I would say that Vance is his creation. And I mean, important to know that this allows Trump to get access to Thiel's money. Because yes, Thiel sort of funds Trump, but not 100%. This basically seals it.
Mm-hmm. So what else do we have?
On this, I've got a nice anecdote, Luigi. JD Vance, couple of weeks ago, he made the statement about the UK in a conference last week. I have to beat up on the UK. Just one additional thing. I was talking with a friend recently and we were talking about, one of the big dangers in the world, as you do with all your friends, of course, is nuclear proliferation. Though, of course, the Biden administration doesn't care about it. And I was talking about, what is the first truly Islamist country that will get a nuclear weapon? And we were like, maybe it's Iran, maybe Pakistan already.
Pakistan dipshit.
And then we sort of finally decided maybe it's actually the UK, since Labour just took over. A titan of intellectual thought. I mean, as you said, maybe Pakistan already kind of counts. Maybe.
I mean, this guy has the jokes. We should invite him to the podcast.
No atheists, Pakistan, 100%. 100%. It's Labour. It's Sir Good Things, known Islamist.
Just to conclude with Vance, this guy inadvertently is going to, or not inadvertently, I mean, he sucked us to get to this point.
But not as much as the Pastrami.
True.
Maybe slightly less.
The Pastrami is going to get some cabinet position, some ministry.
I think he's going to get something, yeah. I'm not convinced it's going to be a ministry, but he's going to get something. He has to give something. Anyway, we'll talk about He has to give something to RFK, I believe, as well.
Okay, different chapter, but what I'm really getting to is Vance, if he plays his cards right, he's going to inherit the MAGA movement at this point. Right? And the fact that he's young sort of reinforces this point. Trump almost chose a successor here because, like Vance, if you look at it from a cold political calculation, I mean, a senator from Ohio is a red state. I mean, for presidents at least. So,
it was swing states more than 10 years ago. Right now, it's full red. Yeah.
What I'm getting to is if Trump was worried about like winning the election,
he wouldn't have picked that.
Yes, he would have gotten a governor or a senator from a real swing state. The fact that he didn't even feel he had to do that almost tells you that like he really feels that he has his election in the bag, and I agree with him.
I think even Nikki Haley would have been a better choice if you want to talk about the options out there.
She wouldn't have been loyal. Like Vance is willing to steal an election for him. Nikki Haley would have been the more sort of measured Republican style. But sorry, you were saying?
I just wanted to say, I mean, 100%. I mean, this guy rings quite a few alarm bells. We got statements by him. A lot of conservatives have said we should basically eliminate the administrative state. That's basically Sloppy Steve's favorite quote, eliminate the administrative state. And I'm sympathetic to that. But another option is that we should just seize the administrative state for our own purposes. We should fire all of the people. I think Trump will probably win again. I think what Trump should do, fire every single mid-level bureaucrat, every civil servant in the administrative state, replace them with our people. And when the courts, because you will get taken to court, remember he's a lawyer, stop you, stand before the country like Andrew Jackson did and say the Chief Justice has made his ruling. Now let him enforce it. Beautiful stuff. He's talking about the Trail of Tears when the Supreme Court ruled that Andrew should respect Native American land rights. And he said he simply ignored it, which resulted. Yeah,
Yes.
bagger that shit. So this is the kind of guy, as Luigi said, no principles. Basically, the biggest loyalist you could find. What you said about him inheriting the movement, Luigi, as we said, he's not his seed.
It's
So
true. It's true.
I'm
And
not
yeah.
certain he's willing to give him the fucking crown after
No, no,
that.
look, I agree 100% with you. And if someone like Ivanka wants to run,
Oof.
like she's definitely getting the
We
movement. But
love Ivanka, folks.
you seem to have a situation where, like, if you look at his sons, I don't know about the youngest one, but like
Junior, I think, would be
yeah.
the most likely.
Yeah, but Junior, I mean, look at him. He looks like he has a coke habit. I mean, he's not the greatest orator. I don't think he can carry that movement, even with
I don't
Trump's
think so
legacy.
either.
Ivanka could carry that movement, but
But
she
she's
doesn't
not
really,
as far right. She's not as far
she's
right.
not as far
Let's
right,
be
and
honest.
she doesn't really seem like she wants to get into politics that much. She's not in the public eye. Like Junior, Donald Trump Jr. was speaking at the
Loves it.
convention. Yeah,
Junior loves it more than all of them, yeah.
Ivanka wasn't, so that basically shows you she's got some distance from politics, and Trump is not trying to
Yeah.
sort
We'll
of
see,
ease
though.
her into it.
It was the first day. We'll see. We're going to see the speech as well in a few days. So, I mean, as we said, I think it's all clear that Trump felt comfortable enough in this moment to go for the loyalist pick. Because
Yes,
he's not going to risk another Mike Pence. So he went for the unfiltered, pure MAGA.
Because he's so far ahead, and this is a
Yeah.
great segue into our next section. A big change recently has been on the donor side, and it's been a drastic change both on the Republican and the Democrat side. On the Republican side, you've got billionaires like our favorite billionaire. That's
Our
ironic.
favorite shithead, Sir Elon, fresh after being rewarded the biggest fucking payout there has ever been, has now decided to use at least a tiny fraction of that money to influence the upcoming election by donating 45 million a month to a Trump super PAC. That's what he announced, right, Luigi?
Which is an insane amount for the world of US politics. 45 million a month, like 200 million until the election is fucking, for perspective, the entire Biden campaign only has 250 million right now.
We've got the largest known donation of the 2024 cycle so far as the 50 million contributed to a super PAC supporting Trump.
So here's the point I'm trying to make. Trump was already ahead in opinion polls before his assassination attempt. You have to imagine the assassination attempt is going to boost him in opinion polls. And now you are getting the donors coming, donating to him like never before. So the money is also falling on Trump's lap, just as the money is leaving Biden because the donors on the Democrat side are afraid that he can't win the election. So there's been a big popularity shift, and there's also been a big money shift. Neither of those has been reflected so far in opinion polls. I think Trump is going to run away with this.
I mean, you've got Elon staking his position. Known shithead, biggest of shitheads. Yeah, I mean, it's what you said. Trump got his opponent on the ropes. I mean, he's been questioned about his bedtime. He just survived an assassination attempt. There are even reports that he might even get RFK to drop out and endorse him. I think he feels very confident. So he went for the great JD, RIP Ukraine.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think for the mini episode, I think this should be it. We'll see if we should report on his speech, right? I think it's on Thursday.
Yes, I think it is. So
Well, we'll have a look if anything
on the
happens
18th.
on the 18th. We'll see what happens, folks. If there's anything, if he brings peace to the Middle East, we'll let you know.
Wait. We're going to keep our ear on the ground.
Very nice. We're gonna keep our good ear on the ground. Very nice. So, folks, let's see you. We'll see you later this week, most likely. See you.
Thank you, George. Bye bye.
Bye bye.